Servus and welcome to Flo's German Kitchen. I'm Flo, this is my kitchen, and I show you how to cook the German way. And today we're going back to my childhood days. I grew up in an area called Schwaben, Swabia, and Schwäbish people are known for the fact that they don't like to throw away things. They don't want anything to go to waste. And a couple of days ago I had guests. I was making some German barbecue Zwiebelfleisch, and my wife just bought a ton of rolls for that, but everybody was eating my potato salad, so a lot of rolls are still here. Pretty hard, but it doesn't matter. It's Schwäbisch, you can use them. Apart from the rolls, you need apples, and you can see these are a bit old already, a bit wrinkled, but never mind, it works. Apart from that, you need milk, a couple of eggs, sugar, raisins, starch, cinnamon, vanilla sugar, and as always a good guzzle of, well, I don't even know what that is, but I put some rum in it, so cheers. Wunderbar. One reason it doesn't matter that the apples are a bit wrinkled is you peel them anyway, and that's what I'm starting with. Remove the seeds. And just cut them in chunks of maybe, yeah, half an inch to an inch. It doesn't really matter. But you know what? I'm German. Let's get some fancy tool to make things easier. Here we go. Set these aside, and let's move to the rolls. I cut them in slices. Every German's got a Brotmesser. It's more kind of a saw, but it works perfectly. And these pieces are supposed to be about 1 centimeter, third of an inch, I don't know, thick. Do you see a lot of breadcrumbs? We're gonna use them later. Don't throw anything away. We're doing it Schwäbisch today. One thing I forgot is we need butter to cover the casserole, and also later on we add some butter flakes on the casserole. So I'll get some. And this is something where, Schwäbisch or not, you have to be generous because you don't want the casserole to stick in the pan. Just really grease the thing up. Well done. And I keep that for the butter flakes later. So we keep the small parts, they get on top later, and then you just layer it a bit like fish scales. And what you want to do is don't pack it too tight, because later on we'll have the liquids that go in, and they need to really soak the rolls and get them soft. So that needs some space. Next thing is put apples on top. Also don't pack them too tight. And now we go for the raisins, and I'll spare half of it because my wife doesn't like raisins. And the small pieces you put on top, they also get covered with the sauce later, they get soaked. But when I put that in the oven, they're gonna develop a nice crust, and that's what they're made for. We keep the crumbs They get on top later on. Okay, later on for the casserole, we're gonna make a vanilla sauce. So I'm not using all the eggs for the casserole. I'm only using 2 of them. 100 grams of sugar. This is a teaspoon of cinnamon and 600 mils of milk. Give it a good whisk so everything is really dissolved and mixed well. That looks pretty well. So what you're gonna do now is you just don't pour everything over the casserole, but you really take care of the pieces on top, that they get enough, that they're really soaked. And when I was a kid, I really loved these pieces on top. They were just so crusty, crunchy, sweet, lovely, lovely memories. So here we go. Now we just sprinkle these breadcrumbs on top. They also get crusty. Crisp. That's wonderful. So this goes into the oven at 200 degrees Celsius. That's Fahrenheit. And you keep it there until the liquid has totally dissolved. This is going to be around 40 minutes. Oh man, sometimes it seems I'm getting old and start forgetting things. I forgot to put butter flakes on those lovely pieces of roll, but we want them for extra flavor, extra crust. Just don't forget it. You're smarter than me. When I said we keep it in the oven until the liquids have disappeared, also I spoke from a crust on top. Maybe you thought, this is gonna be a dry thing. Not really dry, but still we're gonna make a sauce for it, and that's a vanilla sauce. For that I use 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of starch, 1 pack of vanilla sugar. That's 8 grams. If you don't have vanilla sugar, you're using a vanilla extract, just take 1 teaspoon. It's about the same amount. Now we whisk that to a smooth paste, and then slowly add the milk. You just want to make sure you don't leave any clots or something. Okay, that's done. This needs to be cooked, so I'll get my stove. And I'll just bring it to boil for a couple of seconds so the starch starts to thicken the thing, and you will be done. Yeah, it's not yet boiling, but you can see this is already thickening pretty much. We're on a good way, we're on a good way. Now it starts bubbling. That's already enough. We're done here. Here we got a wonderful vanilla sauce. We'll wait for the casserole to be done, and I'll see you in a couple of minutes. So that thing looks really done. Let's see. Now doesn't that look wonderful? It's crispy, it's crunchy, still soft on the bottom. Perfect. And let's see if I get it out there in one piece. Yeah, that looks great. Let's add some of the vanilla sauce. It's a bit thick, so when you're doing it, maybe add a little less starch, but flavor is brilliant. and some raisins on top just for the show. So guys, now I'm really curious. I haven't had that for years and years. Oh, that's gonna be great. Wow. Actually, it tastes a bit, let's say, Christmassy. It's just that combination of apples, of cinnamon, vanilla. Yeah, tastes a bit like Christmas. Who cares? It's still cold outside. So let's feel a little Christmassy. Wow. I don't have much of a sweet tooth, but this is really amazing. I love it. Try that at home and I'm sure you will love it too. Enjoy Ofenschlupfer. Enjoy German cooking. Cheers on German cooking. Ah, wunderbar.